Right here on The Source, WOCA 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA. Ocala!
All right, 23 minutes before 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Monday morning. You know, you're just about 3 weeks away from making those New Year's resolutions, right?
Yeah.
A few years ago, you and I decided we were going to ride bicycles, and we were doing pretty good. We would go to the bicycle trail that used to be a railroad track.
Yes.
And then they tore up the railroad track, and they call it Rails to Trails. By the way, P.S., if you've ever wanted a great place to ride bicycles where you feel safe, that's a great place to do it. There are no cars there's no motorized vehicles at all. But anyway, so we're on this bicycle trail, and we're real proud of ourselves. We're bicycling 10 miles, maybe, whatever it was. Here comes this guy on a bicycle, and he was clearly a couple of decades older than us.
Yes.
Just flying by. And I thought, oh my goodness, look at that guy go.
Yeah, he had no shirt on, too.
He was doing good. He was looking good.
Yeah.
And we said, you know what? That's where we got to get to. We got to get to that point. Janice Lennard is on the phone. She also probably would surpass us in any physical activities we were trying to do. She looks wonderful. And when you told me, I hope she doesn't mind me saying this, but you told me she was 72 years old, and it's hard to believe that. She is a professional dancer. She's certified in ballet, yoga, Pilates, Zumba, CPR, which doesn't fit into that list, I don't think, and AED, which I don't know what that is. She's a teacher. She works with the National Multiple Sclerosis Society to instruct multiple sclerosis students on the benefits of yoga. And she's produced a couple of DVDs to help us all at least try to be in good shape as she is. How to be a healthier you with yoga, ballet, bar, and Matt Pilates. I mean, Matt sounds like a guy's name, Matt Pilates. Hey,
yeah.
How you doing? Janice Lennard. Good morning, Janice.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, but you're great. Where are you?
Thank you. That's very sweet.
Yeah. Well, you are. I mean, you're an inspiration already without even saying much to you. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Rancho Mirage in California. I live in the desert, right outside of Palm Springs.
Live in the desert. See,
wow.
So usually we make people jealous by telling them we live in Florida, but you're making me jealous. So do you run every day? What do you do?
Well, actually, I teach classes every day. I teach yoga, like you were saying. I teach yoga, Mat Pilates, and sometimes a ballet bar. Depends on the club I'm teaching at, and but that's every day. So I have sometimes 3 classes in a day, sometimes 2. Most of the time is 2 a day. I have like 4 days a week. I have 3 classes a day.
Okay.
So
I want to ask you a question that I hope doesn't sound too dumb, but before I make myself look dumb by asking it, I'm going to tell you where it comes from. I was watching a video about this guy. He was, I think he was a Vietnam veteran, and he was rather obese and couldn't even walk without 2 crutches. And everybody told him he would probably soon be using a wheelchair. He just said, there's no way I want that to be my life. I'm going to do something about this. And he in the video, he explains that a lot of doctors he went to said pretty much, you better accept the way you are because you're not going to be able to fix it. And he went to a yoga instructor. This is where my question is coming from.
Sure.
And the video basically doesn't explain what he did, but it does show him after, I don't know how much time it took, but now he's running, no crutches, no more obesity, and the guy is in good shape. And he basically said it was from a yoga instructor that he was able to do this. So my question is, I don't even, really, if I think about it, I don't even know what yoga is. What is yoga, actually?
Well, yoga is actually started in India. It's a mind-body exercise and really a relaxation of your mind, and teaches you how to exercise without hurting yourself, just taking it easy and doing things and let it come into your mind so you can relax and enjoy your experience in the exercise, and not forcing yourself to do anything crazy. You do what your body can do, basically. And eventually you get to the point where you honestly do more than you thought you could do because you're relaxing into your exercise.
Really? So in his case, the yoga instructor wasn't saying, I need you to run 5 kilometers. He was saying, stretch. I mean, just do this a little bit, and then tomorrow maybe you'll do a little more. Is that how that works?
Exactly, little bit at a time. Because sometimes I have people in their 80s in my class, and when they first come to class, they always say, well, I don't know if I can do this. I'll try. I said, well, that's all you have to do is try, and never try to do what everyone else is doing. Even how big the class is, I tell them, do what you can do. I stand there and I do the class so they can watch me and they know what they can't supposed to do, and you just do what your body can do, not exactly what I'm doing. It just gives you an instruction of how it's supposed to look, and you go on from there.
One of the key factors that you do is you help people avoid injuries and also make themselves feel vital to the world.
Exactly. You're right. That's exactly what it does. It just helps you to live your life in an open manner and to be conscious of your body and what you're doing, and not what everybody else is doing in their life.
So
your own body.
So for the listeners who are waiting to see if we have a book or something, I have, and I'm not doing it right now. Don't call me right now because Janice is going to be with us till 10 o'clock. So
yes.
So just hang in there before
Eastern
you
time.
ask for these. But I only have 3, and I want to ask Janice advice on this. She sent us 3 DVDs. One is for ballet bar, one is for yoga, and one is for mat Pilates. If I were looking at this just with what I saw with this guy with yoga, I would say the yoga one is for me. I'm not going to keep any of them, by the way. But but would I use the ballet one at all, or would that be somebody special?
Well, no, something in the ballet bar, it's an interesting thing, is years ago when I was doing ballet bar in my classes in Beverly Hills at Tanya Lachines Ballet School, a lot of the coaches from like SC and different colleges would send their people over in the summer to take ballet classes with us at the bar, because it helps them to strengthen their muscles and to use their body the right way instead of trying to contort yourself into doing something you can't do. And it was fun to watch them do it because they enjoyed doing it. They would laugh and play, and they really enjoyed it. So it really helped them playing their football. It was very interesting.
And we've heard that before. Yeah. Well, we've got a lot to learn. We've got to take a little break, but we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be mostly cloudy today with a shower or two around, a high 68 to 72. And clearing tonight, lows ranging from 46 in the coolest inland spots to about 55 along the coast. Tomorrow, breezy and cool with times of clouds and sunshine and a high of 65 to 69. For Wednesday, times of clouds and sun and even cooler, the high 58 to 62. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lennard.
PPIR is a networking group formed to serve the realtor and small business community. It primarily serves the real estate and construction industry, but is open to all businesses that provide any service or product to the real estate business community. PPIR has no membership dues or fees for attendees. The watchwords are keep it simple and maximize networking time. PPIR chapters generally meet once a month after business hours. For the information on this, call 352-615-9412 or go to events@ppirevents.com. PPIR, professional people in real estate.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
All right, 14 minutes before 10 o'clock. On the phone is Janice Lennard. Got up early on the West Coast to be with us out in the desert.
Yeah.
And she is 72, and she looks wonderful, and she's produced some DVDs so that we can all perhaps try to follow in her footsteps and do well. In the biographical material that was sent to us so that we could talk somewhat intelligently to Janice about this, there's this statement I want to read to you. Practicing regularly and accurately certain exercises, no matter what age we begin, will pay off as we get older. How about that? No matter what time, when we begin, that's an important part. And then the regularly and accurately part will pay off. So, Janice, is that what we really make? Is that where we make our mistakes? We don't do them accurately?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a lot of people, they tend to do an exercise and they're really not paying attention to what they're doing. They figure, oh, this class is doing, I can do that. And they just kind of like rush through the exercise. You really, especially in, ballet bar, of course, you got to really take your time and do your pliés, and your body structure, your alignment of your body is important. And also in the yoga, and that's why the two are so good together, because in the yoga, everything is your body alignment, and that's why you learn how to do things the right way and take your time instead of rushing through exercises real fast. And because a lot of places, they do that, everything is quick and fast. Let's get it over with. Let's do this and that. But you got to take your time and exercise, any exercise, even when you're doing weights, light weights, because in Mat Pilates, we do light weights at the end of the class. And you see people do weights real quick, and so you take your time in doing the weights and move slowly, get the muscle to work right, and you wind up getting the most benefit for your body doing it that way.
So the question I have for you regarding the 3 DVDs is, do we go out and get all 3 of them for ourselves, or do we decide which one is best for us, and how do we know that? How do we know what's best for us?
Well, the thing is, I'm not saying everybody has to go out and buy 3 DVDs, but they all work in a different way. And really, I think if somebody has just an interest in, say, yoga, the best thing to do is do the yoga. And then later, if you feel like you want to try something like the Mat Pilates, because the Mat Pilates is all core work. That's all your core. You're working on that core that keeps the body aligned and everything. So that would help in the yoga. So they kind of work with each other. And the ballet bar is also the same kind of thing. You doing, like I said, pliés and stuff at the ballet bar and working all body alignment. All 3 exercises is body alignment. So it all works together. It really does.
You address dizziness when someone is doing a mat class. What would cause the dizziness?
Moving too fast, too quickly, and your body, you're just not used to doing things that way. So everybody, a lot of times people, when they're doing exercise, they're lifting their head, without watching how their neck is in alignment and stuff. It can make you dizzy. You get dizzy from doing things that way, moving too quickly. Take your time, move slow. Yeah.
So have you seen people totally change their lives by just beginning a little simple routine?
Oh, definitely, especially some of the people in my class. I mean, I've had people come to class, and some of them have been coming to class now for a couple of years, but when they first started, after even a couple of weeks, they would come back and said, I really enjoyed the class because my mind, it just relaxes, and I'm able to do something I never thought I could do. I really enjoyed the class because I play music, and especially my yoga class, in all classes I play music, but in the yoga class I play a lot of classical music, and it seems to relax people a lot. And they said, I enjoy your music, and listening to your voice, it helps me to relax. And which I was really thankful, because I never realized that people were getting that much out of what I was telling them, and they really did.
Oh, wow.
And it make a difference to them.
And that's really wonderful, because when you are a child and you're growing up, you're running, you're jumping, you're doing all this stuff. Mm-hmm. You don't even think about that this is good for your body. But then when when you get to be an adult, you start thinking about exercising, and then right away you just turn the channel on that and say, well, no, I just can't do this.
It's true. Yes, exactly. You're right.
Do you know,
that's exactly what happened.
I worked as an activities director for 3 years at an assisted living facility, and we had, and when I got there was already a chair exercise program that they would do, and then I just learned how to do it and did it with them.
Yeah.
But I had certain people. Now these are people who are older than you, and in fact, that we had a couple guys over 100. We had two guys, two guys that were over 100. I don't think they were part of what I'm going to tell you about, but we had some requests for a little bit more strenuous or a little bit more difficult exercises. So I'm thinking that if I had these DVDs at that time, they would help me to help them.
Exactly. Yes, it would. Definitely. Because, it's funny you brought that up because my husband and I, he sometimes he'd come with me because we would go to some of the senior homes here in the desert, and we did a class called Music and Movement. And I sat in a chair just like the people were. Some were in wheelchairs, some regular chairs. And I did exercises with the people in the chairs. And the interesting thing is, with the older people, I played all the big band music, all the music from their area.
Oh.
And they really enjoyed the class. I mean, they looked forward to that class every week. It was really interesting. And they did wonderful. I mean, they would move their legs, they'd move their arms. Some, I could get them to stand up. And it was an interesting thing. My husband and I, they would always ask us to dance, because they wanted to see somebody dance, and we would dance. We'd put their music on and dance for them, and they just enjoyed that. And every once in a while, one of the older men would come over, and they would get up and they would dance with me.
I bet they did.
So much fun.
I'm looking at your picture. I'm sure they did. Yeah, I'm sure you got a few guys to get up. So, can I ask you a personal question about your health?
Of course.
I mean, you look very healthy. Are you not experiencing some of the health problems that somebody 72 often complains of?
Well, you know what? I don't know.
Like diabetes
it's interesting that you ask this question because, sometimes you do, regardless how much you do. But I think doing the exercises helps you to heal faster. Now, for instance, you're going to laugh when I tell you this. I had hip replacement surgery about 2-3 months ago.
Really?
I was out for 2 weeks, and I went back to my classes, and I did my classes exactly like I always do.
Oh, my goodness.
And I had no problem. Yeah. So that's what and it was all, the replacement was arthritis in the hip, the old stuff you get when you get older.
Okay.
It just happens,
Well,
yeah.
Well, part of my reason for asking was because we've had certain authors, and I'm not doubting them. I'm guessing they're telling me the truth that who said that you can avoid diabetes by simply exercising.
Well, you know what? That's partly true. You could, really. That does help sometimes, but other times, that's a hereditary thing a lot of times, diabetes.
Yeah.
So if it's hereditary, that there's nothing you can do except you do your medication that you're supposed to do, but you're still able to do everything else you're allowed to do. You really can. So that other things, there's some things that, like gaining a lot of weight, if you exercise, religiously, and you wind up, you eat right, you're fine. You're okay. You can do exercises no matter how old you are.
So when a person goes on this kind of a program or regimen, and then they have a lot of weight to lose, and then your body starts sagging in places, will these exercises help stretch all of the skin back into their regular place they're supposed to be?
Well, yeah, it depends on the age. If you're a younger person, yes, your skin will go, everything goes back. But when you're older, the skin stretches anyway. But it's going to look better because it does go back some. But you're still going to have little wrinkles and stuff like that.
You look great.
Well, you know what? A lot of times I must say thank you to my mom and dad.
Were they exercising? Did they exercise a lot?
Well, not really. My mom actually worked all her life, really, and walked. When we were, this is a funny story, when we were kids, and she would walk us to school on her way to work. My sister and I would have to run behind her because she walked so fast.
She was a fast walker.
So my mom, she was always on her feet moving. Oh, constantly. Even at home, she was always cooking and running around doing stuff. She was not a person that just sat and did nothing.
Wow.
So, and my dad the same, yeah.
What does the word mat mean in mat Pilates? Does that mean you're on a mat?
Yes. You see, the Pilates started in the ballet world with the guy, what's his name? His name's gone right now. But he's the one that devised Pilates for ballet dancers, and it was a machine. No, not Baryshnikov. No, older guy. He was from a Russian guy, and he started this with the reformers. It's a bed, and there's springs and pulleys on this bed. And when they would hurt themselves doing ballet, because you're jumping in the air and everything, they would work on these reformers to get their legs and muscles back in shape, and they were up and working. Then a lot of people can't get this machine because it's very expensive. They make cheaper ones nowadays, but it was hard to get. So now they came up with the mat Pilates, where everything is done on a mat, and you're doing exactly the same exercises that they did on this reformer, but now you're doing the work. The reformers actually, it's a bed and it pulls back and forth, and it's doing the work for you in a way. But you're still getting the same benefits, but on the mat, you've got to work. You've got to do all the work. Yeah.
Janice, I want you to be sure to give us some information so we can order the DVDs. So if you would give me that, and then I'm going to give the 3 away, and I'm going to give them away the following way, because after listening to Janice, I thought I don't want to give all 3 to one person. Mm-hmm. If you want the mat Pilates, call and ask for it. If you want the yoga DVD, call and ask for it. Same thing with the ballet bar. I will give 3 away to 3 different people, and the rest of us have to go buy it. How do we buy this?
You buy it through my name, Janice, Janice, Lennard, Lennard.com.
Okay,
very simple.
And I've been saying your name wrong all the time. It's Lennard.
No. You know why I say whenever I'm telling somebody to spell my name, I always say Lennard, because if ever I say Leonard, they just automatically say Leo.
Right. So
if I say Lennard, then there's 2 N's, no O.
So if you're going to buy the DVD, go to Janice,
Lennard,
Janice.
No, Lennard.
Okay. But is Janice part of it? Yes.
Janice Lennard.
Okay,
Janice
got it. Okay.
Lennard.com.
All right, let me get these away. Good morning. You've got one of them. Which one do you want?
Good morning, everyone. This is Mary. Thank you so much, Miss Janice. I want the Pilates.
The Pilates. Okay. And that's Mary. Mary gets the Pilates.
Mary, I'll see you all later. God bless all of you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mary. Let me give another one away. Good morning. You've got another one. You've got yoga and ballet bar left. Which one would you want?
Ballet bar, please.
The ballet bar. What's your first name?
Dolores.
Dolores?
Yes.
Okay, Dolores, you got it. It'll be waiting for you.
Thank you. So
great.
All right. And I don't have time to do the yoga, but I see the phone lighting up. Just keep your lines ringing. I'll get it after we're done with Janice. Janice, thank you so much for being up early and helping inspire us.
Oh, you're very welcome, dear. No problem. I enjoyed doing it with you guys. It was fun.
Thank you. And Janice Lennard, Lennard, Lennard. Go to her website. Call us if you need that repeated. Thank you so much, Janice.
You're welcome.
We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. Recent protest over claims of police brutality with no charges against the officers, prompting the release of new racial profiling limits.
Calling racial profiling wrong, profoundly misguided, and ineffective. Attorney General Eric Holder is getting